In today's Know Your Rights, we are tackling our final section of workers' compensation. And today we want to make sure you bring everything you need to your first appointment. Catherine Stone from Barbas Law is back to explain. Okay, this sounds intense that we are, this is definitely priority to make sure you have everything.
Well, it's very important because as an attorney, we want to hit the ground running on your case. And so if you don't bring the documents with you at that initial appointment, it takes us a few weeks to gather all the information. So if you can bring as much as possible to the appointment, it really helps us, like I said, hit the ground running on being able to represent you.
Well, clearly I got to ask, what does everything really mean?
Okay. Surprisingly enough, people will show up with nothing. So hopefully we're here to educate everyone. And first of all, any documentation that workers' compensation has sent you. Okay. This can be from the accident report to any letters that you have gotten. Believe it or not, some of those letters are very important and do trigger time periods that that's something that I want to see, such as what we call a 120-day letter. I'm always looking for those to see if they've been issued, because then that gives me a time frame as to when the case could be denied or accepted. So anything from workers' compensation, so that I can also see what forms you may not have received. The next thing is any medical records that you've gotten from your doctor, so whether it's from the emergency room or whether it's from your authorized treating physician. If you've been treating for a while by the time you get to your attorney's office, it's really helpful to make sure and bring. You should always leave every authorized doctor's visit with a 2-page form that gives your restrictions, which gives their recommendations, and which gives your diagnosis. Those are kind of what I call my marching orders with regards to your case. So if you bring me, especially the most recent ones of those, it really helps in terms of being able to, again, go forward with your case in a quickly manner.
Okay, obviously that list can be lengthy, and the thing that I've really learned from you in these segments that we've done is to call someone like yourself or you right out of the gate, because you can navigate these waters, so then they even know that first appointment what to do.
Well, I mean, it is always helpful for us if we can be involved in the case as early on, because we can help guide and advise as to what the system allows and what you should expect or not expect through the system, and what, just like going to the doctor's appointment and making sure you leave with that 2-page report. Everyone should leave every authorized visit with that 2-page report.
Man, I feel like now I'm going to have that drilled into my head every time I go to the doctor for work, not even related to workers' comp. Be like, where's my 2-page letter? You know, and one of the things that is surprising, along with the 2-page letter, pay stubs. That's really something you need as well. Explain that.
Okay, well, the way that they calculate how you get paid in workers' compensation is they take the 13 weeks before your accident and do an average. Well, I want to see, number one, if you have those pay stubs, have they calculated up what they're paying you correctly? People make mistakes. Sometimes it wasn't entered in correctly, so we want to make sure that you're receiving the proper amount. But also, if you had a part-time job or worked on the side doing something during those 13 weeks, that can affect and boost the value of your average weekly wage. And so sometimes the adjusters don't ask, sometimes the employers don't know or don't know to ask, and sometimes you as the injured worker don't know to bring that information. So I always tell them, bring me everything and I will sort through it to be able to help you, and we can sit down and talk about where we need to go.
So it sounds like if you have any doubt, take it just in case with your meeting with Catherine.
Bring me everything.
That's a good rule of thumb. Well, if you do have any other questions though about your rights, be sure to give them a call, 1-800-BARBAS-LAW, or go to barbaslaw.com/knowyourrights.
Thank you.
Thank you.